Ben, I am.
I'm ready
All right, we're
for
on.
fun.
All right, here we go.
Live across Australia. This is Ben, Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova.
Good evening, Australia.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you want some champagne. Sad story, Ben and Belle. No one's buying champagne anymore. Across the world. And apparently it's because the world is too sad at the moment. So it's kind of, it is a sad story.
It's a shame.
Well, I suppose there's less things to celebrate or maybe less money going around to buy expensive bottles of champagne. So maybe if you've had a crappy start to the week or if you want to be cheered up a little bit, 13 24 10. We've already got a call here from Patricia in Melbourne. You've had a rough start to the week?
Yeah, I have. It's been a shocker. Driving to work today and ran over some broken glass, 3 tyre punctures and $800 down the drain.
Yeah, you know what fix that though.
Yeah.
Bit of liquid gold.
Champagne showers.
Thank you so much.
Drink it down, Patricia. All good. Let's keep this party going. Cameron and Sydney, you feeling a little sad?
Yeah, I've been made redundant from work last week for the third time in a year. So how you going?
Champagne showers.
Don't worry about it though. Just have some champagne on us, you know?
Beauty.
I'm sure it won't happen a fourth time in a year, you know what I mean? It's probably fine. I'm sure the worst of it's gone. I hope you're doing okay. That was a sad one.
It was, I didn't think you would get that sad.
Yeah. Okay. Georgia and Perth, you're on Late Drive with Ben, Liam and Belle. You feeling a bit sad?
Yeah, look, this one is still actually pretty raw, but my husband of 3 years, he actually passed away last week. So it's been a pretty tough time still, processing all of that.
I'm so sorry about that.
Shake that bottle and make it.
And yeah, we're really sorry to hear that, obviously, but you did obviously call for this. You knew that we were giving champagne to people. You know what I mean? I know it sort of seems a bit tone deaf from us now, but you're happy with that, yeah, Georgia?
Absolutely. I just want to drown my sorrows at this point, so any champagne is going to do wonders,
Okay.
yeah.
Ask and you shall receive.
Alrighty. What a way to start the show, huh?
Obscure celebrity connections. Come on and give us a call.
Yep. Did your best mate's stepmum do Zumba with Danny Minogue? Or maybe you worked at Macca's with Steve Irwin's nephew. I don't know. These are all possible obscure celebrity connections.
We honestly, hand on heart, love doing this so much because you have such amazing obscure celebrity connections. If you've got one, 13 24 10. Give us a call right now. To kick us off, we got Jess from Sydney. What is your obscure celebrity connection?
So back in the 2000s, my aunt hooked up with Paul Rudd in a random pub in the middle of the city.
Whoa!
Wow! In a different universe, I could have Paul Rudd as my uncle.
Slap at the best, man. That's an awesome one. Ingrid in Sydney, what's your obscure celebrity connection?
So my dad grew up in Colombia in South America, and his school friend and later on in life friend was Pablo Escobar.
That's the thing, Ingrid. That name came into my head as soon as you said Colombia, but I didn't want to think that. I didn't, I was like, no, Colombia is known for a lot of other things, but it was Pablo Escobar.
Obviously, my family was not into the dodgy stuff.
Obviously.
But he was a pretty cool guy, apparently, my dad says. So,
well, yeah. I mean, to some he was. To others, he would cut their head off and that sort of stuff. But, it depends on what side you fell on the Pablo scale.
Caitlin in Melbourne, what is your obscure celebrity connection?
My ex's godfather is Hugh Grant and his auntie is Elizabeth Hurley.
I mean, that's crazy. Did you ever get to meet them?
I met Elizabeth. I didn't meet Hugh.
What was she like?
Yeah, she was actually really lovely. And she's bloody beautiful as well. It's not fair.
That's got to be up there with one of the more wild ones we've ever had because of the name, like the status of the name and then the closeness of the connection.
Yeah, my godfather's Hugh Grant.
All right, let's go one more obscure celebrity connection. Alison in Brizzy, what's yours?
Hi, my mum actually made curtains and other soft furnishings for Chris Hemsworth, but didn't even really connect who she was making them for.
Your mum made soft furnishings for Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, for his Byron Bay house.
That big house, the big mansion. What design? Are we talking like floral or what are we talking?
No, all very modern, Scandi type approach. So, yeah, but very luxurious, of course.
Obviously, when she was doing the quote and she was doing the bottom of the curtain, did he ask how much the hem's worth?
Very clever.
Well, what happened on the Bucks show stays on national radio.
As the famous saying goes.
Yep.
We were doing dance floor injuries last night, and we got this very scarring call.
So the buck was brought onto the dance floor by the strippers. They wanted to lie him on the dance floor so they could do a routine, and a stiletto went straight through the ice pocket.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, so we called the ambulance, and the only thing he could say was, "Don't tell my fiancé."
Out came the eye.
13/24/10. What happened at the Bucks show? Now, you can remain anonymous because it is, I suppose if you're calling for this one, you are dogging the boys.
Yep.
But for the sake of an Uber Eats voucher for your Friday night, kind of worth it, I think.
Absolutely. Jess in Melbourne, this was your husband's Bucks. What happened?
Yeah, it was. So pretty much my husband had one too many drinks and he fell over and his ear got caught on the drain.
Oh.
And it got extremely infected that we weren't able to go on our honeymoon. And it was the worst thing ever.
So, but you were still able to get married?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, right. It just had a big puffy ear.
Slightly, but yeah.
Josh in Sydney, you were the best man. What happened?
Oh, mate, instead of going city this time, we went bush. Went about 50 k's out in the middle of the bush, our general camping spot. So we're there, camping away, couple of bevies down. We found a natural little water slide type thing, waterfall, water slide into a pool. Cut up one of the sleeping mats, started sliding down it, and I caught myself on the back with a rock. Oh no, that hasn't even finished yet, man. Wait for it. So I've caught myself on the back, and I've gone, yeah, right, we'll get that out of the way so no one hurts themselves. So I've kind of, duck dived down a little bit, picked the rock up, I've wrapped it around me, bear hugged it, took a couple of steps up on this little bank. Rock went about 2 metres in the air. I went about a metre. The rock proceeded to fall straight down and just obliterate I suppose you'd call it the rude finger and the ring finger.
Oh, so you were trying to walk back up the bank and you just slipped and the rock just went up and then back down on the hand.
Oh yeah, dude.
How are the fingers now?
What fingers?
Whoa, you lost them.
Yeah, man, I look like I'm permanently rocking out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
You know what?
Drive past,
Josh, you are rocking out.
In the car,
yeah,
when you drive past kids in the car, you always pretend you got your fingers that far shoved up both of your nostrils and they freak out, man.
That's great. Oh, my
Yeah, but the hardest thing was getting the ring out of the pocket to give to old mate on the wedding day. So I'm fumbling around. As you can imagine, I've got me thumb, me forefinger, and me pinky, and that's it.
Oh, dude.
Josh, what are you having for dinner tonight, mate?
That was the question. I've only literally just left Sydney on the way back to the sunny coast, mate.
Well, you've got yourself some Uber Eats, so get whatever you want.
Oh, mate, my man, thank you.
No worries, Joshy.
Caller of the week, I reckon.
Yeah, call anytime. We appreciate you listening and sharing.
Chantel in Melbourne, this is your husband. What happened?
Lots happened. I got a few phone calls to put out fires, but the biggest thing was he had his Bucks night a month before our wedding, and he still had whip lacerations on his back. at our wedding.
And I'm sure that was probably just all the guys. I'm sure that yeah. Same with the lipstick. They would sometimes that's funny. I've been to Bucks shows where guys put lipstick on and like kiss. Yeah, it's funny. And then they spray women's perfume on them sometimes.
Chantel, thank you very much for sharing what happened on the Bucks.
The Currency Quiz!
This is the Currency Quiz. 20 grand to give away right now.
Yes, Jess in Sydney. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm very nervous, but fingers crossed.
I can imagine. Well, only 3 questions, and who knows what the currency is going to be? Is it going to be Japanese yen, Iranian reals, I don't know, British pounds? Well, we'll find out at the end, but let's kick into it. Your first question, Eminem has interviewed Slim Shady himself. What is Eminem's full name that has the initials MM?
Oh man, I'm not even sure. Miles something?
No, it's
Miles
not
Morales as Spider-Man. Yeah, no, he is Belle. It's Peter Parker and there's Miles Morales.
We're talking about the multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the multiverse.
Probably doesn't even know the multiverse. What are we working with? Annabelle in Melbourne. Do you know Eminem's name, full name?
It's Master Rabbit.
You've done it. Okay, second question. Jess Fox has won another gold for Australia. Which sport does she compete in?
Is it kayaking?
I
think
I
we
feel like
can-
we can play that.
It's close
it's
enough.
canoeing.
It's canoeing, but it's like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, can we honestly, does anyone know the difference between a kayak and a canoe here?
There'll be some disgruntled kayakers and canoeists listening, but I
for
think
sure.
everybody else that doesn't do it would agree.
I always thought canoe was the 2 oars, or like and then kayak
Kayak's
was
one.
one double-ended
Yeah, I
one.
reckon
So
you've
I
done
would
it.
say yep.
You've done it there.
Yeah, I know my canoes.
Okay, well, one last question here, standing in front of you, and $20,000 in the currency that we're going to find out very soon. Okay, John Farnham has gone viral in the US after Kamala Harris used You're the Voice in a campaign video. In that song, John asks you to make a noise and make it what?
Make it real, is it?
Oh,
it's not real.
No, let's move on to Alia in Sydney. Make a noise and make it what?
Clear!
Oh, yes! Oh, this is awesome. Oh, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling very clear.
Oh, man, I can imagine that's that your heart's pumping there. Well, now...
20 grand!
Yeah, jeez. All right, now it's time to find out in what currency that will be sent over to you in. So...
I'll take US dollars, please.
That'd be nice. A little bit more than Aussie. Yeah, let's find out. Here we go. All right. Hoping for US, of course. What are we going to get tonight? Well, there you go. You have just won 20,000 Burmese kyat.
Amazing.
$15 Australian.
Oh, wonderful.
Good sport.
Yeah, good stuff, Alia.
Good stuff.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.